Hello, it's me, Arisa Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. What are we going to do today? Probably something involving Radbolts, now that we've actually got the Radbolt generators online. And they haven't completely broken everything. Probably a Radbolt Rocket. Hope you do well, Ayla Evo. Yeah, let's see what we feel like doing. The first thing we definitely need to do is we need to fix these thermo aquatuners. We're using these to cool down all of our steam turbines, and our bypass did not quite work. I think I need to rip this all out and try again. But what we basically need to do, I think we might be able to get away with 3. Because not all of these steam turbines are going to be running. But we are going to be having... Actually, now that I think about it, if we have a look at the power wires, that's the best... Come on. That's the best sign of it, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sets of steam turbines running, so there's 18. So each thermal aquatuner can handle around 6. I was sending them up here as well. Now, what I could do is I could just not run these and have only 3, which I think would be acceptable for now. So I'm going to set these to, like, super high values, so that they don't turn on. And then the ones that are over here that aren't plugged in... Wow, I timed that well, didn't I? Yeah, we got it in 1. So the other ones will still activate. So I think what we'll do, we'll just have 3 thermal aquatuners for now. This area here, the steam is cooler because we're literally dumping... Well, we should be dumping 20 kilograms per second of water from the basin here. We should have that to dump on this to cool it. So I'm thinking we will be able to cool everything down. But I've insulated it just because the debris is very hot around here. We've actually swept all the debris out of this little cubby. It's obviously not perfectly insulated, but steam is a notoriously bad conductor of heat. So I'm hoping that this will actually work. And so far, I mean, it hasn't even been dripping in half the material. And so far, it does actually seem like it's worked pretty well. Like, that's pretty chilly compared to the surroundings. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll remove one of the aquatuners. Have 3 for now. With the ethanol cooling, the condensation trick from the YouTube video, I think it will actually handle 20 steam turbines. And I don't believe the dupes have too much other stuff to do at the moment, so we should be in luck. We just have a look in priority mode. We did build a load of solar panels up here. We shuffled this all around. The snow up here is nice and cold. Nice. We want to test this a little bit more. I think the aim will be to actually just extend it all the way over here, and then the Radbolt rocket will go here. But we built this all really high up. You don't have to build this really high up, but we have done this because we don't know what we're going to use the space for down here. We might need to use this space for more ranches later on for Sour Castle Bust. That's definitely a possibility. So, yeah, we've got the Robo Miner here just because we had some polluted water dropping down here. We were occasionally getting sand tiles, but it was actually very occasional. The good thing about this is we can just deconstruct all the pipe and it doesn't matter. Because all of this water is going to boil immediately anyways. And if we ever get to the point where it's actually getting too cold in there, we can also just turn off one of these vents, probably the one connected to the saltwater geysers, because that storage is infinite. In the meantime, we're actually pumping all of the steam out of this room. Now, the geyser is active, so that's not particularly helpful. But once all the steam is out of the room, we'll actually be sorted. I think what we'll actually do with this is we'll send it to a sauna, but I think what we'll have to do is we'll send an insulated pipe down here. We'll put a little valve in to let out like like 100 grams per second, and then we'll just put some saunas up here. We absolutely do have room in the base for some saunas, and I'm very tempted to just put them over here for now. The other thing is, we actually got rid of all the hydrogen, it looks like. Well, most of the hydrogen. That's good. Get out of here. So, yeah, this will be a sauna room, I guess. I think we can remove this now because we're not leaking any more hydrogen into here. So, buildings go, automation go. We'll get that set up. today as well. That'll be fun. I don't think we need to do a steam rocket. I don't think there's actually any destinations that are close enough to warrant us using a steam rocket. This pipe I've disconnected for now. That's not permanent. So let's actually bridge this here. That's bridging over the insulated tile. Is that actually alright? I don't think it is. I mean, the intent is that this is going to be naphtha, right? Maybe it is alright. In any case, we could just put the gas bridge here. Perhaps facing the right way. Yeah, hope you're doing well today. I'm doing alright. Getting back into the flow of things in real life. The traffic situation from yesterday has been mostly resolved. I don't think we actually need this bit to be made out of ceramic, because it's going through these tiles. And there's no actual... Well, there shouldn't be a huge amount of heat in here. We can take the heat out of that, maybe. So what we'll do is we'll set up a gas valve. Oh, wait. Okay, so here's the funny thing. The gas valve will break immediately, but it doesn't even matter, because it still works if it's broken. If it works, but it's broken, it's not broken, is it, Clay? So, ostensibly, we'll build it out of steel, so it'll stop breaking once everything's back to normal. And then this can actually be a regular pipe. Now that I think about it. I mean, we'll make it insulated going up to here. Where is the best spot for a gas pipe? Probably this middle column? No, probably just a ladder in the transformer room, you know? That's probably fine. So what will happen is this 100 grams per second of steam will condense immediately going through here. No, it'll cool down immediately going through here. It won't actually condense because the mass is too low. So by the time, because it's being actively cooled by the polluted water loop in this area, it should be nice and cool by the time it gets to our saunas. And I am just going to put them next to the bionic dupes just because I don't want the steam going the whole way around the base, even if it is cold. Now remember, the water that comes out of the sauna is always hot, regardless of the temperature of the steam. So that's going to be fun to deal with. Let's make these out of... Well, we shouldn't make them out of anything heat resistant, because there's not going to be any heat in here, right? And we can actually fit 3 saunas in here. Wood. We do have wood. It's on this asteroid, right? Yeah, we have loads of wood. You guys can send wood back to the main asteroid, that's fine. Wood, please. Yeah, that'll do. Volcanoes look good, saltwater guys looks good. We will start strip mining this eventually, right? Like, we might as well. I'm not sure what we really have to gain. Probably, realistically, just the metal ore. We need to save some critters in case we need them later. We will definitely need some sweetles and grubs later, so we will think about that. I'm going to turn this off here. We actually had a bonbon tree here that was growing for a while. That's why we had wood. But we... Do we not have enough snow for that? We probably don't have enough snow. I stopped caring about this a while ago. We have all the nectar we need. We don't need anything other than the freezers to be cool enough to require nectar. What? Why are the freezers full of rock piles? Is that just a sign that we've eaten all the food that was in the freezers? Because this coolant is still cold. What about the food? No. Something ain't right. Deep freeze, sterile atmosphere. Right, where's the surf and turf going? Right, that's cold. This is cooling down. The freezer is working. Oh. I think I figured out what's happening. If the packet of food is too small, it doesn't actually seem to get frozen. Some of it's not getting frozen. Yeah. Some of it's not getting frozen, that's the issue. I mean, it still says it's deep frozen. I think we had a load of food go off because of conductivity issues. Oh, this freezer is broken as well. Why is this freezer broken? Naphtha. Right, let's relocate this here, first of all. I don't know why we have rotting food in here. What caused that to happen? Is there anything else we want to move? No, do we have naphtha? We probably do have naphtha. Just a little bit. Let's get like a tiny little bottle. Okay. Right, relocate that here. There's not a huge amount of food stored up in here, but it looks like most of it rotted. I mean, this area is getting cooled down. Has this just been leaking heat into the base? It has, but it's not been very conductive. The base overall is still a reasonable temperature. The gas doesn't conduct too much heat on its own. They're breathing all the gas anyways, but I wonder how long ago this broke. It's pretty concerning. In any case, there's gases in here. So I'm going to need to actually remove this. Oh, I see what's happening. We set this to 0.4 units, and then the leftover packets aren't quite big enough. Yes, we're sending through 400 grams of food at a time. And then the small packet is too small to actually conduct heat. But obviously, if we leave it not on here, then it's not going to work either. Gas valve overheating, that's fine. So this should be set to 100 grams per second. Is water going to dump in here? It should, provided that I disconnect this, right? Output pipe. Is it because this isn't connected? Yes, it wasn't connected. Fascinating. Okay. That will help cool down the area. We need to fix the freezer. Not super happy that all the food went off. I probably actually need some kind of sensor in here, right? Oh, that's where all the naphtha went. Did the mesh tile. Well, that might be alright. I'm still not sure what actually... Maybe something rotted in here, and then because it rotted it broke, and then the polluted oxygen has long since left the building. But there was rot in here, and there's no gases in here. There's no spilled liquid. So that's a little bit of a mystery. I mean, I have the door here. Ideally, the door should be here so the dupes don't go in the room. Maybe the door isn't needed. If the door isn't needed, then maybe I should just put a sensor there with a liquid sensor. And that way we'll know immediately when it's broken. That might be a better way of doing things. So let's just get the ethanol sorted first. In fact, oh, I know what I need to do. Hold on. Before you open that. Sweep this as well. We can tile this pretty quickly, I think. So, we just want regular tiles here. Do I need to do the mesh tile? I don't think I need to do the mesh tile because there's liquid in here. Okay, and then there's polluted dirt on the rail. There's polluted dirt on the rail. That's a problem. You know what? That might have been what caused the issue. Interesting. Right, empty this. We could probably... Should we do this... Should we build the tiles first? It's probably not the worst idea in the world. If we see Ruby, we have to cancel the errand. Let's see if the yellow alert gods are in our favor today. Oh, that's Jean. That's Ruby. Sod it, let's try it. Right, naphtha and then ethanol. I'm thinking the ethanol in here shouldn't actually the naphtha in here shouldn't disrupt anything. You'll eat all this food anyways. Right, so now what I need to do is I actually need to put a... I need to put a liquid element sensor in here, and it needs to go on the top one. And I need to make it out of something that's not hot, so... I don't know, probably lead? And then a notifier. With a pause on it. I'm pretty sure the lead will be cold. Because we haven't done anything involving lead. We can do the exact same thing over here. Well, I guess not the exact same thing. I'm sure depleted uranium will be pretty cold, right? Because if it wasn't, it would be a liquid. Great. Okay. We'll do that then. Also, while we're doing all of this, I'm still running all these steam turbines, aren't I? I am. Well... Yeah, we could do getting rid of this heat, couldn't we? Let's just run them. Nothing breaks. We should be alright. I don't think I care about any of this stuff. We'll turn that off, and then we got the gas valve, which is broken, which we don't care about because this is set correctly. There's no way. There's no way you just took the ethanol before we emptied it. We'll get it fixed. I mean, in fairness, I did tell him to double the ethanol in a bottle empty it. I'm probably paying attention to slightly too many things at once here. I probably didn't want to build these out of abyssalite or obsidian. That's fine. Right, now I just need you to empty the ethanol. And then this should work, right? The dupes must be doing something productive in the meantime. I haven't told them what specifically to do, but I'm sure there is a method to their madness. He's done it again. This is just pulling random dupes. They don't have enough errands. That's very irksome. Good to see you got table salt, though. I guess you've been making loads of table salt. Right. Ethanol. Empty. Eduardo. There's Eduardo. The ethanol has disappeared. Why? Was the naphtha too large? Is the ethanol too small? I mean, let's see. We go in here. I mean, if I just sweep a big blob of ethanol up here, maybe we can do it with this. Oh, I really don't want this to take up too much time today. I've got too much shit to do to keep fixing everything. This is probably going to be the last stream of the week, by the way. I've got stuff to do. And to be honest, Friday, I know I normally stream on Fridays. I forgot that we were going to normally stream on Friday. So we're streaming today instead. And then we're going to do videos on Friday. I'll do the Paku video. I've been promising for ages. But we just need to do them. Right, ethanol. If you detect ethanol, then this activates. So no, if you don't detect ethanol, then this activates. That's an interesting abbreviation. Wednesday's better for me, so I'm fine with that. Fair enough, fair enough. Right, we'll keep making this stuff out of depleted uranium just because we know it's cold. Void. That's interesting. There you go. Put this. Put this. You need to be set to ethanol as well. And then this is going to be freezer 1 offline. And then that's a pause and zoom. And then this one here will be the same. This void does it detect vacuum or not detect anything? I guess it's not detecting anything. Because it's oxygen. It's not detecting the target, so it's red. I got popped eardrums. Really? The carbon dioxide level is high enough that you got popped eardrums? It's interesting. Ugh. My back is not making any progress. Why does my back hurt? My back shouldn't hurt. And the good news is we haven't broken this in the meantime. It does say... Right, here's the issue. We do literally have a tiny lump of this stuff that isn't frozen. So it's something about the meter. Well, then maybe we have to set this to a larger value. Maybe we just have to set this to 1. We cooled this down a lot to try and make sure that it would work. Right, empty here. I guess in the meantime you're building that whole gas pipe, right? I guess we're just gonna have to try it. Is it worth trying to do like multiple passes on this? If it's gonna... Or actually, you know what we could do, right? So this nectar, what's the condensation point of nectar? The freezing point of nectar. It's minus 82.5. So here's an idea. I'm literally just going to set this to minus 65 degrees. And we're just going to send bigger packets in. That should cool everything down still. It might be a little bit of overkill most of the time, but just to ensure we don't get these edge cases where a packet doesn't get frozen, that'll be fine. I probably don't need to make... I probably don't even need the meter here if I'm setting it so high. but that's fine. Ah, someone's nicked the ethanol again. I can't see who. This is winding me up. Where are we dumping the ethanol? We're dumping it in here, aren't we? George. Right, where is George? I think that was the issue, because that was a high priority errand. Sorry for that moment. Right, ethanol. I'm back. I'm sure we'll get this fixed eventually. You guys keep bringing hot material into here, so the naphtha is kind of just not working. Put some more naphtha in here then. Do I have just like a bottle of naphtha? Oh, where is it again? Here. Right. There you go. And then set this to priority 8. That should work. Right, please stop. Please stop picking up the ethanol and moving it away before we've actually got it where we want. It will work, I promise. Right, empty. Neo is right here. No. Hassan, stop. It's gonna do it. Now, has the errand changed? Oh no, no. Neo's here. Right, good. Right, that has worked. So now I just need to sweep all of this out of here. Remove these tiles. This should work. And then we'll put everything back, and hopefully we won't have to look at it for a while. There you go. So now you're a vacuum again. So that means we can put the conveyor meter in. And we can put the chute in. So now we have a load of food running around in here. This does appear to be getting cold enough. Maybe it depends on the conductivity of the food. I mean, the food should all be... it's all genetic ooze, right? Yeah, so the food should all be the same conductivity. Overthink it. Freezer. At least this way we'll know if it breaks again. Good. Whiskers, you bubbling? What's up, Whiskers? So those need to be priority 9. I think that should actually solve the whole problem. So this nectar is getting colder again now. Trying, anyways. The steam turbines are getting very cold in here. Whatever. You're not receiving any coolant because... why? Just need to do the errand. Oh, the room is too hot? The room is too hot. Okay. That's fine, I think. Right, I think that means we can actually, provided we don't get a notification, I think that means we can get back to fixing this. Right, first things first, let's put the saunas in, because it's more fun. Let's just check that the steam turbines over here aren't going crazy. They're a little crazy. let's do the loop first. So what we're going to do instead of what we were doing is I am literally just going to set these up in series the normal way. Because we tried being sneaky about it and it didn't work. So we'll just not bother with being sneaky. Right, here we go. Oh wait, we can just do this, that's fine. Also, I am just playing my own music again. Sorry, this is what we're doing this week. I'll make sure to save it at night so we get the in-game music again. Because otherwise I have this really awkward phase where it just doesn't load in properly. Like the music. And then we're stuck in the whole first cycle without any music. I don't like it. So, yeah, I guess we'll set you down later, but all we need to do is our normal bypass, or something along those lines. So in actual fact, I should just be able to do this, right? And then send it like this. It's not perfect, but it does ensure the bridges are going in the right order. So it'll always prioritize the aqua tuners. Now, obviously, these loops aren't the same length. But, so... it'll be interesting to see if it works. And then this could just go through here, and then it can go up there. Let's just try that. The other advantage of this is it's less wire. So I can just remove this middle one. And we'll probably put something else there later, right? There you go. Didn't connect the third overflow. Correct. There you go, thank you. Correct! Who says that? Who says it like that? That's from a TV show, isn't it? Also, actually, hold on a second. I think we missed something important here. You guys might not have noticed, but look what it says on my shirt. Look. It says Loach Guy, and it's got a picture of a weather loach on it that looks suspiciously like whiskers. That was a birthday present, and I forgot to show you guys. Because I don't normally just wear a t-shirt. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. I mean, at the moment, when I'm just sat here, it just says Loach. As if I'm the Loach. And then you could put like a little arrow here. But I thought that was the best birthday present I've ever received. So that's good. Right, let's go up here. Right, we're dumping a lot of water on this now. How's the temperature looking? Right, this temperature is actually getting down a lot. So let's start running this. And if the temperature continues to drop, then... Oh, wow. Chunky. If the temperature continues to drop, then we will probably just not dump the polluted water in here. And we'll just send the polluted water to food plants. Because now that we turn off the water weeds, we could probably just do with some regular old food plants again. Maybe just some bog buckets. I know bog buckets aren't very mass efficient, but like, they'll be fine. I'll have a think. We are getting moments where the game just gets very laggy all at once. I wonder why that is. Like, not like the turn of the cycle, but like 4 to 5 frames per second, just normal. Not sure what will be causing that. What's it tuned? Oh, yeah, I don't care. I love the camera return option. It's my favorite. Right, so we're gonna set this to 42. Actually, how cold do we even want it to be? We want it to be probably quite cold, but not super cold. Let's set this to 60. Let's set this one to 46. And then this one to 32. I think that will do for now. And then once we built all the pipe, it should just run. And I'm sure we'll use all those power wires for something else, but it should make it a little bit easier on the base, considering that the main steam turbines aren't actually connected yet. Right, so... now this is going to tune piecewise. Oh, you need to build the bridges. Well, probably fine. Right, so I think this means we can remove this bridge soon. This water's getting pretty hot. We are probably actually getting ethanol boiling in here now, right? Yeah, we've got ethanol gas, it's not condensing. Because the polluted water isn't moving. Well, now the polluted water's moving. Let's see what happens. But you still need to build these bridges. Maybe we should set these higher or lower. So this one's going to get it down to 18. So if we set this to 14, we'll get it down to 0. It seems appropriate. There you go. I guess it doesn't need to be insulated now that I think about it. Right, okay. Next on the list. So this sulfur needs to get out of here probably. Right, what have we got? So the pipe is full of steam and natural gas. We've missed a step. Why is it all going up here? Oh. Okay. I think we can still do this. The thing is, okay, I think what we do, because the natural gas we'll use for cooking anyways, right? I think we'll just put the filter in here. I know that's kind of odd, but that's what we're going to do. So this pipe can get removed. Now we can put the third sauna in, because we imported all the stuff. So this gas pipe is going to go probably just in sequence to the saunas. And then any excess just gets vented into space, because if it builds up at all, then we're going to have a huge problem. And I think what I actually do is, if I set this to steam, we activate this, that should work. So we can keep that, break that, and then what we actually need is a filter for natural gas. So let's just put the lamps in first. I can unpause this. I don't mind venting a tiny amount of natural gas into space. That's not the end of the world. It's mild. It's a mild nuisance. Right, that'll do. And then crown molding, and then rec room wallpaper, and then we're done. That'll help with the morale as well, because we've given these dupes a lot of skills they don't need. But that's just how I roll. Right, so we'll put the valve over here. Or we'll put the shut-off. So we want, if it's natural gas, then it goes through the shut-off. So shut off here. Just make it all out cobalt, that's fine. And then automation wire. Go there. And then the power wire. Yes, this does actually need a wire. These do not require a lot of power at all, so I'm just gonna hook this all up to like this wire. Haters gonna hate. Right. Maybe we just do that. Then remove this. Okay. And then we just need a drywall. So what drywall do we want? Probably one of the bionic dupe ones, because this is going to stay here now. I don't want this to go anywhere else. So what do we got? Probably the blue one, right? It really makes power plants feel like home. I thought that said Ohio for a second, and I was like, that's a weird thing for the text to say. There we go. I believe that will work properly. And believing is most of what we need to do for that. Right, okay, so that's a sauna. That's good. Let's check. Okay, what's the puffs doing? We're out of chlorine. kind of out of chlorine, just a little bit. You've got a real mix of oxygens in here. What is the pumping situation over here? You're trying to pump the polluted oxygen into the pup branches. I think some of it is going in here, but that's not necessarily the end of the world. The more of this we get out of here, the better. Because I'm pretty sure we're not actively generating it now. So eventually this will just get rid of this, but it's going to take a while because there's a lot of gas here. Okay, so Gizmo is fine. These are all running properly now. Temperature is still decreasing in here, so that's a good sign. This means that the steam turbines should actually be cooling down now. We do actually need to make sure that the temperature... Is 3 going to be enough for this whole area? I don't know. Not sure this is boiling and condensing like we wanted it to. If we look here... I mean, there is a little bit of a heat gradient. You know what? Actually, I think this is fine. I think it is boiling and condensing, but just in a pretty undramatic manner. Maybe it isn't. You know, I've got to admit, I didn't think the ethanol gas would sit on the bottom. I think we probably do actually need to vent the carbon dioxide in here. Well, that's irritating. So, what are we going to do? So we've turned all of these off. I need to put some naphtha here. That's definitely something I need to do. So, fill this up again. Probably don't need that much naphtha. Oh, are we actually out of naphtha? No, there's a little bit. He's tried his best, and he's not succeeding. Okay. Where are you going with that, buddy? You know what? This may not have actually been necessary. I'm still lonely. Right, let's take this and then relocate it down here. Because then we can just pour it here and it will all just, it should form a vacuum. And then I think what we'll do is we'll remove the one steam turbine. These aren't running, so we should just get carbon dioxide gas over here, right? That seems like a good plan. Man, it feels hot in here. I can't believe it's almost already, like... We're almost a quarter of the way through August. So yeah, just as a reminder, I'm going to Australia end of September. So we're going to try and make as much progress in this run as possible before we go to Australia and have a 3-week hiatus. And then... What am I going to put in here? Just gold amalgam, right? Yeah, gold amalgam. And then that could just vent over here. I'm not fussed. So, bridge. High pressure gas vent. And all the ethanol should condense en route, so this should work. Right, and then empty this. No. Don't do it. You're going on a mission. Sorry. I guess I'll just turn the naphtha off for now. Just to make sure we can actually empty it. And I think this will be fine. We're gonna slip into here. Not really. Going to Sydney, I recommend a Chinese garden. We are going to Sydney. We're going to Brisbane, we're going to Gladstone, we're going to Toowoomba, because that's where my family live. And we're going to Sydney afterwards as a special treat. So that should be fun. That's irritating. So I'm going to need to actually bridge this and bridge this. That's fine. These aren't doing anything at the moment anyways. Right, this is fine for now. I'm not going to bother making this a vacuum lock yet. Maybe later. Okay, so... building broken sauna. Great. We've clearly done something wrong already. Ah. True. The natural gas needs to get filtered out first, and that needs to go onto the cooking pipe. Which is down here. So that could go like this. We always need to dispose of this first. So that could go there, that could go there. And then this is the natural gas pipe. Currently not running because I've cut it off. There's a little bit of steam in here. You know what? How much steam is left in here?
Killer fish from San
Diego. Hello, Geodes.
I don't know what I am, but I taste really good.
You taste really good.
Killer fish. Hello. I'll be your killer fish
for
the evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope you do well, Geodes. Have you seen my shirt? It's the Loach shirt. I don't think I've worn it on stream before. You're all treated to the Loach shirt today. Right. This should do. I don't care if we get a little bit of steam in there. So this is, for the record, this is like mostly steam and some natural gas. Because we build those friggin' temperature plates. So rebuild this out of cobalt, and then the pipe is going to have to go a different way because we have to send it to the thing first. So it has to go in here, and then this is going to have to come down here. And then that is going to have to cut off here. And then that is going to have to cut off here. And then that is going to have to go here. Whatever. It still works. Right, that should work. And then this needs to be set to natural gas. So please build all of this first. Because while the steam is in the pipe, it's just going to explode. Okay. It will be nice to see some dupes in here today. Oh, no liquid output. Right. The liquid output, that's going to be regular-ass water, which we're just going to send straight to the spawn. So that will need to be insulated. And that is just going to go... It's funny how many little artifacts you find in a base like this. Because this is going to be hot water. That is going to go down here. And then... It's slightly irritating. You know, I thought it was going to be more convenient to send it that way. It's probably more convenient to send it this way. Let's see. Sure, and then that's all just insulated pipe. So... yeah, what could go wrong? That could wait for a little minute. I think the rest of this should be priority 8, though. There you go. Right, so that's all of that. The pipe needs to be built here, yes. We've got water. Why? Probably a steam explosion of some kind. You know what? That works in our favor, I guess. I don't like that there's a little blob of water here, though. So maybe I'll just get someone to yellow alert sweep this. Then the sauna, I want you to do the rebuild of this. Change this to cobalt. I never actually clicked auto rebuild, did I? Okay. And that does have a gas. That does have a power wire. Okay. We need to cut this off. Just quickly. This needs to be priority 9. I have not quite sorted out the properties correctly. Okay. Does the natural gas just get deleted? No, it's in the base now. Great. Great, we just added natural gas to the base. Fart alert, fart alert. Hello, El Cotto. Hope you're doing well. We're just farting all over the base, as you do. I'll take an arbor acorn. We're just putting in some saunas, because we have a load of steam from a gas reservoir we want to get rid of. And, let's face it, we have no shortage of steam. So, once this is done, we'll just set it up to run off of... Once we've depleted the gas reservoirs, we will just, we'll send the rest of the steam from those rooms over here very gradually. But we make this a rec room. Because the dupes need morale. Well, they don't need morale, but like... They're getting quite skilled. So we should probably give them morale. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day. We are going to get the Radbolt Rockets sorted, but we just need to actually... I think we do actually need to get the carbon dioxide out of here for the ethanol condensation to work properly. Let's just go ahead and empty the ethanol. You're kidding me. There's still water here? Empty this. Find a solution for the cooling loop? Yes. We just got 3 thermal aquatuners now that are running like this. So the bypass is now working correctly. But because we're only running 20 of the steam turbines, 3 thermal aquatuners should be enough. It's currently keeping cool, but I want to get all the carbon dioxide out because the condensation is going to help. The boiling condensation is going to help a lot. We can empty all the ethanol. Wherever the ethanol bottle is. Just a little bit of awkward management first, and then, yeah, so the carbon dioxide is coming out here. That's going to take a little while, but that's mostly fine. Well, that's not what we wanted to see. It's going to break all the steam in that pipe. Good to see the regular base natural gas is coming back. Right, I think we can connect this up now. Heat manipulation on a massive scale. Yeah, pretty much. Right, so now the natural gas should filter correctly into the cooking pipe. And it should always have preference over the main thing. So we should never clog this up with natural gas. Okay, good. So that will start sending packets over. Right. No. Why not? Oh, the pipe is broken here. Right, that needs to get fixed right away then. Or, I'll tell you what would actually... Yeah, that'll do it. Let's just investigate what's going on with the steam down here. I'm imagining it's all just condensing here, right? Yeah, that's not necessarily an issue. I think it should be a small enough amount we can just sweep it up. So, that pipe needs to be done now. Right, that needs to be done urgently. And then this should actually work. So, let's just speed it up. We did the research, by the way, for the emulsifier. Not that I think we're going to use it. It's 480 watts. just to put the salt back into water. That doesn't seem very worthwhile. But that is a question we should solve at some point, isn't it? At what rate of flow, saltwater geyser, is it worth running an emulsifier and being power positive and still getting salt water for water weeds? I don't know. I imagine it would have to be quite high. But we'll see. Maybe not, because like we're running a lot of steam turbines off of it. So the thing is, right, this... Can we have a look at the emulsifier? It would be very funny if this was actually worth doing. So it combines... It basically creates 2.5 kilograms per second of salt water. And that is... Is this with duplicate operation? It is. That's not very good. So 2.5 kilograms of salt water per second for 480 watts. And this is consuming... I got naphtha over here. Oh, that's not good. That naphtha should definitely go over here. Yeah, bollocks. Because that means all that steam is leaking the heat out into the naphtha, technically speaking. Not that this polluted oxygen is very conductive, but we should probably do something about it. Right, so naphtha relocate here. Good dupe. Empty this. Do not pick it up. Okay. And then we can just tile this. And empty the sulfur. But in essence, if this is geotuned, it should be producing, on average, 6.8 kilograms per second. And then it's producing, like, what? 4 kilowatts of power? So, it's only a fraction of the power required to remineralize the salt water if it's geotuned like this. So it probably is actually worth doing. That's hilarious. Well, I don't think we're going to do that. Well, we could just do that and just replant the water weeds. Then we don't have to rebuild all this farm. That seems stupid enough that we'll actually do it. Where are we sending the salt again, by the way? Oh, it was supposed to be going here. But I got rid of the chute. That's not very helpful. I mean, I imagine if we were going to put the emulsifier somewhere, it would just be like over here or something. That seems very silly. But it's not silly if we're just getting free power of it and we still get to keep the salt water. How's it looking? Right, empty this. It's gonna take a while to get all the carbon dioxide out of here. Mayonnaise. Yeah, okay. Sweep this up. I'm not a fan of the random water. Let's keep an eye on what's going on over here as well. So now we have 100 grams per second of gas flowing through here. We have some meaty packets, but they're all natural gas. So I guess we'll find out in a minute if all of these break, but I don't think they will break. Probably need to melt some more naphtha now that I think about it. You know what? Maybe we just put the emulsifier over here. So... oh, you know what? Actually. This is just a straight up water pipe. Do I just do the emulsifier here because all the salt is already here? Where's the conveyor rail for this going? So that's actually going all the way up here to this room. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. That could just go like this. And then... I'm just going to do this because it means we don't have to reset any of our farms. And we're using the new building because we haven't really done that before. We have plenty of glass. So just make you out of, I don't know, gold. And then the regular water will go in here. This actually has the anti-entropy thermonullifier by it, so maybe we'll just actually have the water come off here, like this. And then the salt water will come out. And that's going to go up here. That's going to be probably hot. Let's actually insulate it over here. And then that pipe is going here. And then that can go there. And go there. Let's deconstruct these. And then that pipe can go here. And then maybe just going to insulate this pipe just to be safe. And then we'll plant a load of water weeds here. I just want to experiment with this. Like, we've literally already got the water weeds here. We have like 2 million seeds. Just give it a try. Replant them all. And then power-wise, I'm just going to stick this on, I don't know, this wire. Because then one emulsifier does 2.5 kilograms per second, and each plant consumes like 8 kilograms per second. So that should work out-ish. Maybe not quite. It would be quite easy for us to put a second one here. Let's put an auto sweeper here. That could work. Is that power wire going to something important? Yes, that's good. So that can go there. There you go. And then we can just get all the salt in there. And maybe... you know what, actually? If I just put a second one here. We put a little bridge here. I don't think they're all going to be running at the same time. Let's plug them into separate wires. And then the chute can actually go... You know what, this makes more sense, doesn't it? Put the auto sweeper here. Then put the chute here. And that's just going to be all the excess salt. Whatever, it's something new. And maybe that will be enough flow rate to keep up with everything. I don't know, it seems pretty bad, but it also seems like a pretty funny meme, so we'll do it for now, and maybe we'll just turn it off later. Right. You probably shouldn't be sweeping everything up here, just the ethanol. Empty the ethanol. We want to make sure the gas can get through here unimpeded. That's the most important bit. And then all the ethanol gas should condense, so this should just actually grab everything eventually. And it looks like it's cooling it down for now, but it may need some help later. Yeah. Seems about right. Okay, and then if we go and have a look at the saunas, this does look sort of like it's working. Yes. The only problem is the natural gas is going to get locked up. Because we're not cooking fast enough. So I think what we're going to have to do... Okay, here's what we do for now. Very, very quickly, we put some gas reservoirs in here. You know, this is exactly what I wanted to put in the middle of my fucking base. gas reservoirs. So that could go here. And then these could come out here. And that could just bridge here. That should actually solve the whole problem, but you need to build these very quickly. Because I'm sure this is going to start backing up in a minute. I'm sure they'll build it quickly. What's the suits doing anyways? They're doing okay. I'm not going to agonize about that. We never quite figured out what to put in these rooms. And these reservoirs will go eventually. But this is just a nice convenient place to put them, I suppose. Are we putting fried mushrooms in here? We're not. That's amazing. That's most of the food we're making at this point. Omelets can also go in there. What about mushroom wraps? We were already putting mushroom wraps in there. That's good. We got some mushroom quiche. That's good. We got some solid naphtha. That's not so good. That's why we probably didn't turn the freezer up this high. But this shouldn't be conducted with anything anyways, so I think it will be okay. And then you're set. You should be set to 1. Oh right, you just had food sitting on you for ages. All right. Well, that helps. We need to remember all these little bits before we do the Radbolt rocket. But I don't like it. This is the problem I have with long runs. Like, eventually the maintenance just ends up being quite a lot. Like, the better you do, the less maintenance you have. But you'll usually end up with some random maintenance somewhere. So we just gotta try and alleviate the load of that. Right, this should work properly now. So you did actually get damaged a little bit. Okay. These will not fill very quickly, but that's okay. And then what we'll do is... So these gas reservoirs will clear eventually. What's the gas situation in here now? It's just natural gas in here, therefore I can turn this off. So cut this off. And now you should actually be running again properly. So just sweep this up, and now, yeah, you're full of natural gas. So that's all working properly again now. Good, we actually fixed this. All you need to do is each time you fix something, try to avoid needing to fix it again. Exactly. Actually think of a good solution. Occasionally. How's the temperature looking? Good. Okay, I think we've got this unlocked. The other neat thing about this is we can actually get extra steam out of here because it's not going to be too hot. So I'm going to build a gas pump here. We can run this all the way up here, and then that can feed into the valve. And that can just be a regular pipe. And then that power wire could go... Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So that way, what I could do is... Actually, instead of that, what I could do is... If I put a bridge... If I put a bridge here, and then I put a bridge here, and then we connect this, it will always prioritize... It will always prioritize this pipe. Because we want to clear these reservoirs first. Okay. Right, so saunas are ready. Steam sorted out. This will get built, and I don't think we'll need to do too much with this. Let's actually just get the emulsifiers built, and we'll set the errands. And we'll see how that goes. It's just an excuse to use these, really. I don't think we'll have these in the thumbnail. But it's just amusing that this is technically a profit with the Geodes saltwater vent. Just remineralizing the saltwater. Very silly. I guess build this too. Right. I don't believe... What about this liquid lock down here? Okay, that's done. We don't need this to be a temperature seal or a vacuum seal, so this is fine. Right. It's time, I believe. We got the Radbolts. Now, we did determine something important. We determined that the Radbolts were actually mixing up too much. Like, if two Radbolts fired at the same time and they launched in here, some of them would get deleted. I think at the moment that's a price I'm willing to pay. One thing I do want to consider, if we're sending this to a rocket, then we probably actually want to just send everything straight up. Which means all of these will need to be reversed as well. Fine. Okay, let's see how that does. Let's see if we get any more lettuce, because I like having the lettuce. I like having the mushroom wraps. It's just a fun thing to do, isn't it? Good to see the iron volcanoes working again. Looks like this is finally behaving properly. I don't know why we were having issues with this for so long. It's a relief. Right, yeah, so flip these all up. I'm gonna go back to speed 1. I don't think this is actually going to be too complicated. So let's have a think about this. So this could get removed, and then all we need is this, this. Oh, right, yeah, that's why that one's there. This needs to get removed. We'll see what the charge rate is. I'm sure we're wasting some power with this, but it's all power that we're just trying to take out of the magma anyways. And eventually, we're probably going to replace the Radbolt rocket with liquid hydrogen. So we're probably not going to run this forever. We'll see. I'd like to run it for a while, but we can optimize this a little bit. We could probably get rid of the fire pole and stagger things if need be. I'll tell you what, we can get rid of these ladders, can't we? Those don't need to be there. Right, so we definitely want a liquid lock. Why are we doing that again? Are we just doing that out of ethanol? It is quite cold up here. Where would the best position for that be? Probably just here, right? You know, actually, we could even just make it here, couldn't we? Oh, no, we can't. What the fuck am I talking about? We'll just do something along these lines. And then that could go there, that can go there. We could clear that regolith eventually. We could just do this for now. And then we'll clear this. You know what, actually, don't clear this. That's shove bowl proofing right there. And then this can go here. And then I think what we'll do is we'll probably just have a very narrow bit. I am literally just going to do a double liquid lock here, I think. This does not need to be artistry, it just needs to work. There you go. And then we'll just continue the ladders and whatnot. And maybe we'll even have the rocket launch from, like, here? Maybe? I don't know. Well, we can't have the rocket launch from the neutronium. Let's have the fire pole. Let's have the access shaft keep going this way at least. But we don't want to go up here yet. That's like the last thing we want to do. And we don't actually want to do these tiles yet. Everything else is fair game. I'm excited! We're actually going to be doing something new. We do need to put a Radbolt joint plate in this tile. That's probably an entry point for guys, isn't it? Radbolt joint plate. Yeah. Is there any way we could solve that? Oh, the Radbolts don't get blocked by doors, do they? So here's what we'll do. Doors. Yeah. You can shoot Radbolts through doors. So that will solve that issue. And then we can just dig up here. Okay. Make the soil priority 8. What other priorities do we have that you're still doing? I don't think you have any. Oh, we can't build that conveyor. How irksome. It's very irritating. Okay, so instead of that, remove this as well. We don't need that. That could just go around here. So, probably not that. Because I want to get the water weeds back online. We have all the bleach stone over here. We might as well. Good to see this is still working. Good to see this is still working. Right. Well, that's a lot of carbon dioxide in here, but that's because the ethanol gas is pushing it up. It's going to take a long time to get rid of all this gas, but that can happen gradually. Hello, Abe. You could also shoot it through diagonal opening, but kind of exploity. Yes, we could do that, but I think the doors will do. It's just shut bowls. We don't actually care that much about the temperature, and it's plastic, so it's a fairly good insulator against temperature anyways. I hope you're doing well. I'm very excited. We're going to turn these on. We're going to get some Radbolt rocket launched. I think we should actually be able to build the rocket today. We will put the cartography module on it and just send it to explore like absolutely everything within range. I don't know what order we'll do it in. The other good news is we actually have 50 tons of oxalite we can just load in the rocket because we've been generating that for eons with dense puffs. So we're actually pretty well prepared for that. Yeah. I quite like this. I don't think you can reach these, so don't worry about them. Radbolt rockets are some of the longest range ones, right? Yes, that's exactly why we're going for them. Because the steam, we could have done steam rockets a while ago, but the range I don't think is high enough for what we need. We are on a classic Oceania asteroid, so we could probably get to the space destinations and back. Maybe like a close-ish one. But like, I want to just explore all of these. And Radbolt rocket can go 10 tiles out and then back. So we could actually do like a little triangle with the cartography module. That's what I want to do. And we'll just do a load of triangles and then we'll scan everything. Might be a bit more annoying scanning over here, but all of these question marks, I want to find out what they are. Oh, we need to remove this tile too. That's fine. What's the situation with this? Did I not build the chute? Oh. I never built the friggin' reset wire for this? That's hilarious. Well, how much salt have we accumulated in here then? I guess the dupes have just been taking it from the room. Oh, you can shut this as well. All the polluted oxygen ended up over there. That's good. Cool. Right, this could just be ethanol. So we should have ethanol, because I believe we're still actually dumping it from the other planet. Because we're just taking all the environmental ethanol and putting it in here. How's the radiation in this bit now? The plastic is a pretty good insulator as well. I think if we're not actually sending the radiation this way, I will put more plastic here. I'll leave a little path I can walk through. That should help mitigate a lot of the risk. This is just going to be risk always, but like, they're running pretty quickly through here. So it should be fine. Right, that's going to go in here, that's fine. So... that's the region that's going to heat up. Or, well, not directly there. It's actually like a 3x9 region, isn't it? Oh, I can't remember. No, it's not a 3x9. We'll remember little bits about Radbolt Rockets. I just want to get it launched today. I've never launched a Radbolt Rocket. I'm sure we're going to make a mistake. But we can adjust it to suit later. Built the plastic ladder already, that's good. Not super keen on all this hydrogen, but I don't think it's necessarily an issue. Still confused as to why this has been turning on the whole time. We just not produce very much steam. Or I guess we've just been consistently dumping all of this water. Which is good, I suppose. Right, we've got salt water back in the pipe. That's good news. And it's actually relatively nice temperatures. Maybe this doesn't need to be insulated after all. I guess it's just been sat here with the thermonullifier for a while, though. Plop, plop, plop. Cool. Okay, access is going alright. Oh, right. Ethanol. Radbolt Rockets are a core intended game mechanics. There's no way they're as complicated as something like a petroleum boiler or a phosphorus smelter. Oh, of course not. I'm just saying I don't have any experience with them. I've literally never used them before. I'm pretty sure all we need to do is build the rocket here, directly over where the Radbolts are firing. Or just use a redirector. Like, I don't think it's going to be complicated. The main thing I don't know is what comes out the other end. Is it nuclear fallout? I imagine it would be. If that's the case, that doesn't have a very high specific heat capacity, so we might actually be in a good position. I don't know why the ethanol has broken over here. It's more about, can I fit actually designing and building this rocket in an hour? Because I've not got that much time today. Let's dig all of this. We'll just put the rocket platform over here, I think. Over the neutronium. That shouldn't cause a problem. So, rocketry, rocket platform. Let's just make it out of steel. That's fine, right? We need to get around the other side. Probably not. That's a good spot for a rocket, isn't it? And then we could just put obsidian ladders here. Actually, now that I think about it, perhaps we do obsidian ladders from here. Then replace these. I don't know exactly how hot this is going to get. And then I think I'm actually just going to put some more obsidian ladders here. Do I want to just get rid of all of this regolith? Probably. We'll need to set up some meteor protection for this as well, but I strongly suspect we're going to do that next week. Let's do that. You can finish doing the ethanol now. That should be fine. Dig all of this regolith as well. I guess we'll see if any meteors are coming. And most of this should actually just clear. I'm pretty sure we can just... Yeah, we can just dig all of this after all. That's good. I'm going to leave a little bit here. That's fine. Okay, that is done. Oh, do I have a load of really cold material here? No, not really. Okay, I guess just do this now. So, this will just be a solo rocket. And we could just send a bionic duplicant and a load of power banks. We can make a load of rocket boosters. We don't actually have a dedicated pilot, do we? Let's make a load of rocket boosters, because we have microchips. So let's see, what is that piloting booster? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this way we don't have to have a dedicated pilot. We'll just get some unlucky sod to come in. And we'll put a gunk extractor on there. I do need to think of some proper good designs for bionic duplicant rockets. We are going to do a follow-up video on that at some point, but that's... People have asked for it. Maybe we'll do that after the Pacus. This is the thing, I have such a backlog of like actual YouTube videos I need to make now. It's like, I need to make sure I'm not actually doing more than 3 streams a week, so I can fit in some YouTube videos. And also, just so you guys are aware, I'm going to make it a member benefit, a YouTube member benefit, that YouTube members will be able to see the Sandbox Showcase videos and the other videos a day before everyone else. You may have to cope for a day, but I want to make sure that there's actually a real benefit to being a YouTube member. But nothing that's going to like cause you guys to like majorly miss out completely. But I think early access seems like a reasonable benefit. But all the VODs will still come out as soon as they're available. I finally actually fixed the VODs for Monday and Tuesday streams, so Mondays is up now. I like this song. I'm really excited to see what the Radbolt rocket does. And we'll launch it so that all the nuclear fallout doesn't... I mean, some of the nuclear fallout probably is going to condense in here. Let's actually do this, then. Did I have to build this all out of obsidian? Yes. The style points. Right, all the salt's coming out now, that's good. What we got going on? Pipe blocked. That's good. That means we're not using too much salt water. Excellent. Slowly hunt the voles to extinction. Yeah, we're not doing anything with shove voles this run. Definitely not. I know they're a good food source. I do not want that critter real estate to be taken up by voles. That's also actually why I want to prioritize planted food sources if we can. Are you actually ready to run this? No. The temperature's too hot and it's getting hotter. Is that because of things we're doing over here? I'm not sure. You know what? Let's actually insulate this pipe. I don't think it's helping. You guys have become trapped. That is fair. Oh, here's something important we need to do. Look at this. He's taunting us. He's absolutely taunting us. He's very cute, though. That's the problem. The critters in this game are very cute. Are they good food source? As far as I know, even starvation ranching them is 100% sustainable anymore. If you actually need to feed them, aren't they a huge pain? Yes. We did semi-starvation ranch them before. We did get a fair amount of food per critter out, but like it just doesn't seem competitive with lums, to be honest, in that respect anymore. Like, lums are so resource efficient, why would you even bother with shut bowls if you have access to them? It does seem like they're more of a pest than anything now. Evagro figs. That's not relevant. Pips. Oh, you know what? Just take the figs. Yeah, eat the figs. You'll enjoy the figs, Mr. Hatch. Surely. Maybe not. I'm not going to bother with shut bowls again. We've done them. I was fairly unimpressed. I just don't think it's a good use of my time. You know, compared to doing all those friggin' conduction panels. Dig all of these too. You guys don't have that many errands to do. I'm sure we can get more dupes up here than this. It's not like we're restricting the suit access either. Oh, why are you making these all out of mafic rock? This is supposed to be obsidian. What do you melt at? 1,400? We'll see. It's probably good enough. The Fallout has a very low heat capacity, even compared to other gases, I think. So, we'll probably be alright. And if we're not, it'll be funny. I guess there's no need to remove these then.
There we go.
Treble Queen, hello. How are you? How is your no DLC run going? Let me give you a shout out. What is haps? We are about to build a Radbolt rocket. We have a load of Radbolt generators around some crash satellites. They're all hooked up to a power wire, which is going to go to all of these steam turbines. We got some good news, we got some bad news. So the bad news is we boiled all the ethanol gas, and it's not condensing. We're trying. We're trying. It's flowing around. We're trying our best. We need a naphtha blob in here. Like stat. We have a delectable egg. I'm pumping all the carbon dioxide out. We shouldn't have had the carbon dioxide here. You're taking a break from ONI? Oh no! Was it frustrating today? I had a frustrating day where we had to redo all of our solar panels. Do we actually even have any naphtha? No. So we need to make a temperature plate. Okay. Plastic temperature plate, please. Where should I put the... Probably in a saltwater vent, right? This is pretty convenient for us. Yeah, just put it here. This should definitely melt in the sulfur. And then we can just stick the naphtha in there. Yeah, that's a big issue. We're trying to boil and condense the ethanol, and the polluted water isn't actually getting cooled enough, by the looks of it. We're generating too much heat. It's interesting. I mean, it looks like we've got some boiling and condensing going on here. There's a load of hot debris in here as well that I probably need to get rid of, if I'm being entirely honest. So how about we actually sweep you? That could be a fairly low priority errand. Well, I don't know. Let's just do it, right? Just do it. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're approaching cycle 666. The steam from here is still very hot. We have actually insulated our natural gas room though, so this should suffice for now. We have steam for a sauna, clearly. The thermal actuators are running. This area is heating up. We are literally dumping, I believe. We're dumping 20 kilograms per second of water on here. Maybe not continuously. We're dumping a fair amount of water on there to cool it down. We just have all the hot magma biome debris in here still. And the thermal actuators are trying their best, but they're not quite good enough. We have turned these steam turbines off. There's just a lot of heat. But the good news is we do seem to have a zone between boiling and condensing. I think what's happening is it's all condensing over here. So I guess so long as some condensation is happening, that's better than nothing. But we need to get some naphtha in here pretty urgently. We'll get a notification when the temperature plate gets melted, though. So we'll think about that. We built the rocket platform. Okay, new rocket. Radbolt rocket. Do we have Radbolt rocket research? Please tell me we did this. No. Oh, God. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, heck. We need databanks. Well, then. That puts a damper on the plans. Okay. We'll have to make a steam rocket and we'll have to launch it into space. But to vent our frustration, while we're here, let's just vent some Radbolts. Let's just see how this works. And we'll have to go into space, do the orbital data, get enough data banks for a Radbolt rocket, and then do it. Can you tell I never built a Radbolt rocket before? Right. Let's plug this in. I hadn't researched the rocket, no. I obviously didn't want to spend all those databanks on it, so we didn't. And now we're going to actually collect all the databanks. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how many Radbolts we get shooting up through the map. I guess we'll just speed through it for now, because we just want to watch. Who's going to get shot by all the Radbolts? That's true. If someone's standing here, they're going to get absolutely wrecked. We do at least have the batteries stored up now. You can turn them down to have a more constant stream. No. Chance. Oh, the collectors. What do you mean? These are all gathering Radbolts at different rates. Is 50 the minimum? Yes. Oh, that's true. I didn't even realize I could do this. I didn't even realize I could do this. 500 Radbolts. Well, how many Radbolts does a Radbolt rocket even need? But you're right, that is an option. It doesn't say. That would be too helpful. Apparently they're very fast. To be honest, we probably don't even need to reload. That power is all... We're generating all that power anyways, so we might as well actually use it. But it's generating a lot of heat over here, frankly. We should probably set up some active cooling for this as well. Constant loss per travel tile means you do want to tweak it so when it arrives, the rocket's close to a reasonable fraction of full rocket. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, well the good news is, they're coming out of the map. Into space. Hopefully people aren't getting shot at. Oh. Yeah. The dupes are beating the Radbolts. Well, not entirely. They are getting shot. Right. That's an issue. If dupes get shot, that's bad. Yeah, okay. I think you're right. I mean, in fairness, it's when they're going down that's the issue. But yes, this is not the best plan for the dupes if they're going up and down constantly. Duly noted. So, yeah, we probably do just want to set these to 500 then. Good plan. Right, so now we actually need the rocket to go to data and do space stuff. Now, what do we actually want to do with that? Because let's have a think. We have plenty of random carbon dioxide we want to get rid of. We have the thing here. Obviously, I could grab steam. I don't think there's actually that much point if we're just sending them into space. So let's literally just make a carbon dioxide rocket, get the data banks, and come back. And then we'll just dismantle it when we're done with that. But I'm going to have a very short break to go to the loo. And then I'll be back. So I don't know exactly what these guys are doing in the meantime. We're just going to watch. I'll see you in a minute. Alright. Alright, we're back. So, right, two things. First of all, let's just build the CO2 rocket. We'll build the CO2 rocket, we'll get into space very quickly, get the databanks and come back. This doesn't need to be anything complicated. This could just be our normal rocket that we make. And in the meantime, while we're collecting all the databanks, we could actually just put like a diamond press somewhere. Let's have a look at the diamond press, right? It's here. So, generates a lot of heat, 240 watts. So I think what we will do in that case is... I guess for now, we'll just reshuffle these. We'll put them pointing back down here. We'll make 2 of these. And we'll have like a little diverter. Because the diamond press takes 1,000. We could probably set up a few of them in a row, because they don't require very much power. So we'll do that. We do actually need a carbon dioxide pump. So here's a pro tip. Let's just go down here and grab one. The hatch plush you ordered finally arrived. Amazing. Good job. Right. Long pipe, but you guys like building long pipes. That's not a problem. You have a strange desire to put in a room of exactly 96 cubic units of beaded rocks. It's just one, but it's just one plush. You can fit multiple plushes in a room like that. Don't let your dreams be memes. I'm just gonna plug this in here, right? This should be fine. Room to expand. True. You are kind of struggling to run because you're getting too hot. There. So... I think this may end up working. We still need to pump the gas out of here. Also, it does occur to me, I have set up a carbon dioxide pump here already. But that's like literally the other side of the asteroid. Or is there already a wire here we could use? Oh, there is already a wire here we could use. Let's do that then. Let's actually just... Oh, God. Okay. Excuse fingers. Excuse fingers. There you go. Plug it in here. And then build all of this. I think the dupes have just been sweeping stuff out of the ethanol room in the meantime. I hope that will help. Okay, and then what we actually need to do is... It's not actually going to be that wide, is it? So let's see. We need a solo Spacefarer nose cone build. I believe we actually do have a design for this. Where we just put the orbital data collector in, and it's just very tight. Because we knew this was going to be a problem. I'll link the video. This is not quite the rocket we intended to build today, but it's the rocket we're going to get. We do at least have plenty of... Oh, I thought we had plenty of plastic. Where's all the plastic gone? I guess I just told you to build a load of plastic ladders, didn't I? Drecos. We have the Drecos. I have literally just told them to build a load of plastic ladders. And plastic tiles here. Which I guess makes sense. I don't want the dupes to get super irradiated. That's probably enough plastic for the databanks we need though, right? I mean, we'll do the maths later. But yeah, where are we going to put the... Right, let's have a look at this. So... These are all going to point downwards now. So that's going to go that way, that's going to go that way. And... I think what I'll do is I'll just put one here. And it will go that way. Now, where am I going to put the diamond press? The problem is, the diamond press is never going to fit neatly anywhere. I don't want it to be right in the radiation zone. I'm only doing this because I think we literally haven't discovered diamond yet. Oh, we got 900 kilograms from the other planet. I want to make slightly more than 900 kilograms in case we need it. And there's no oil biome on any of these asteroids, so this is our main source of diamond. We need to make lots of refined carbon. So let's have a think. So it's going to come through here. Do I want that or do I want that? I kind of want the other one. So let's actually do it like... I think I could probably get rid of this one then for now. And then what we'll do is... we can run a lot of diamond presses on here. Do we want them here specifically? Probably not. I think maybe we'll just put them... let's just put them here. And then some granite tiles. You will want lamps as well, won't you? So let's put the lamps directly adjacent. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can just put tiles in each of these bits to mount the lamps. Yeah. And then power-wise, we'll probably do this one, right? No, that's the plug slugs. No, we do actually need to power it off of the steam turbines, don't we? Do we? Probably not. But... could just be this one. This is going to need a run for a while. Oh, this is the freezer one. Probably does need to run fairly often then. The issue is all of the power over here is needed for the Radbolts. We literally won't generate enough power otherwise. We're already a little bit light. Yeah, fuck it, it's this one. Right, go up here. Gross. No, not this one. Then that's just going to go... where's that going to go? So, refinement. At least this will be a good thumbnail. Slightly better than previous attempts. Right, remove these. That power wire I can just plug in straight over here. Come on. Cycle 640. Not bad. Right, so this could just go here. That's neat enough. I'm not against that. Right, and then down press here. We'll put a lamp in each of these. Actually, we don't need the other lamp. We can just decorate this a little bit. Obviously, is this going to be here forever? Possibly. I don't think there's any plans for this area other than general base stuff. It's very tempting. I could probably actually move it a bit closer. Let's get it, like, as close to this as we can. Without actually getting into radiation zone. So let's actually move it over here. Yeah, okay, so... something along these lines. And actually, all I need to do is put the sensors here. Maybe I'll put like a little statue here. Sure. Oh, I know what we should do. We should put like an aeropod here. And then like a little statue. Because we actually are going to be making diamond out of this. Oh, we could totally do this, couldn't we? Yeah. We'll put the lamps in. We'll have the empty aero pot. Oh, actually, we could, yeah, because we'll have the sensor up here. We'll just have the empty aero pot just to flex on the haters. Cool. So that could go there, that could go there. Do you need a backstop of some kind? Probably. What, for all the excess Radbolts? Because there's probably going to be a few. I just remember when we were running this with the Wheezeworts, it was an absolute pain. Like, there were way too little Radbolts coming from the Wheezeworts. So we could have a Radbolt chamber here. Yeah, and then I could just fire it back over here, and then we could just do like the same over here, couldn't we? With like a reflector. Maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out. So Radbolt reflector goes here. And then that one can point... Oh, wait. I have to rotate this, don't I? Have I ever built one of these? No, you can't rotate it. It just launches them. Oh, okay. Well, that's mildly inconvenient then. Well, let's put some more Radbolt reflectors on them then. Because what I could do is like, oh, I could do this. That's fine. Except that it's going to catch it here. Okay. Don't do that. Send them this way, and then send them back down here. Yeah, that's what we do. So remove this ladder. I'm getting very sidetracked, by the way. We should be doing the friggin' carbon dioxide rocket. Let's add more things. We need to add a battery. I don't know why I'm building this out of wolframite. A solar panel. Do we want artifact transport? We've got 2 more slots left. I think we just want a load of solar panels in here, don't we? Because if we've got a bionic dupe in here, we may even try and charge it up a little bit. We don't need any oxidizer. I assume an infinite Radbolt loop will both be dangerous and laggy. Yes. I think the plan is very much to automate it so we turn off the Radbolt generators if we have enough. But I think I still intend to store some of them because we literally never use it. Let's put 1 more solar panel in and then we could literally reach a satellite and do it. So let's put the artifact transport module in. There you go. This does not need to be a fancy rocket. Right, so let's see. So, send a green signal when Radbolt storage is full. Even if you have enough, alternation won't necessarily handle the cases when in flight, so we're going to redirect the last one somewhere safe. Yeah, we'll see. To be honest, I'm very much just down to clown for this. Like, I just want to play around with it, frankly. So, I'm happy to make some mistakes, if need be. Right. So... I think we should get the rocket in space first. Because we need that happening in the background. I don't know, actually. If this is the thumbnail today, maybe we prioritize getting this done, and then we just do all the data banks afterwards. Suppress notifications on this, because we don't need that one to run. Oh, and let's put the artifact down here. Let's just put a pedestal here. Here you go. If it hits somewhere in base, it's probably fine. In my base, the fact that it kept hitting an automation wire in vacuum was a ticking time bomb. Oh, right, yeah. This requires power. Requires 120 watts to store Radbolts. Really? Okay. Makes sense, I guess. Right, fire that one there. And I think what we'll do is we'll start firing Radbolts, just see what happens, and then we'll sort it out. At the end of the day, I think they still have a bit of wire to build, don't they? Quite a bit of wire to build. Already 9 it. Get it out of here. We can set up the rocket as well, just to match our build video as well. Anyone feel like renaming the carbon dioxide rocket? Not that it's likely to last very long. We renamed the rocket platform. We can rename the rocket platform. Lots of options. I mean, the rocket platform will definitely stay here, I think. Unless we plan on harvesting rocket juice, but probably not. Probably not for now. Yeah, you guys are probably going to be very busy building all of this now, aren't you? How is the debris looking? Did you actually grab all the debris for this chamber? You did. You guys are actually very quick at sweeping things. Should give you more credit. Right, this chamber is behaving now. That's good. There is some polluted oxygen. That's not the end of the world. The ethanol is all condensing. The main thing is, this zone seems like it's getting shorter. I don't think that's a good thing. Because that means this is getting hotter. Which means we're not actually taking all the heat out still. Well, we'll see. Alright, how's this looking? I guess you just got a lot of metal to make now, haven't you? How's the pipe looking? That's good. Right. Well, the good news about carbon dioxide rockets is they're not very crazy. Right. What I would say is, our normal design won't actually work for a bionic dupe. We don't actually have space food. So, we are very much planning on sending a bionic dupe up into space. So, let's think about how this would look. Let's put a mesh tile here. We'll have the... I'm not going to link the video, because I don't think we're going to exactly follow the video. It's going to go there. Now, there is no room for a gunk extractor. So the dupe is probably just going to have to gunk themselves. Fair enough. Right, so we will put a... We'll put a mess table in here. What else could we actually have in here then? Because normally we have the little toilet that shoves everything out of here. Can bionic dupes use a wall toilet? Will they block a wall toilet? I think that's quite tempting to investigate. Because I don't have a problem with them blocking a wall toilet. Let's try it. And then, let's see. So, we need a power fitting. Power outlet fitting. I don't think it matters particularly where this goes. We need a ladder bed. Well, we don't actually necessarily need a ladder bed because we've got a bionic dupe in here. So we need a ladder here, and that's actually all we need. Maybe even just a regular tile. This is going to be a bit easier than I thought it was going to be. Right. Power-wise, let's get a compact discharger. I don't think we want that. Regular power bank charger. Converts empty eco power banks into fully charged units ready for use. I don't think we're going to generate enough power in space to do this, so I don't think we fit this in here. We want a few things. We want power banks, and we want oxalite in here. So we'll set this to manual use, and we'll dump both of these things in here. And we'll set them to sweep only. We will need... The thing is, if they're gunking the toilet, do we even need the water? I guess we do. Let's just not overcomplicate the pipe today. Let's do that. And then if we go over here, so water. We have water in here. This is obviously very hot water. Space is very cold. Maybe we'll be alright. We probably want to insulate the pipe anyways. What a good moment for a day to roll over. Right. I'll tell you what, actually. You know what? Let's put a shutoff over here. Liquid shutoff. No, a valve. That's what we want, a valve. Just send 1 kilogram per second over here, and then it doesn't matter what temperature it is. We'll want this later anyways for the Radbolt rocket, so I don't have a problem with this. Then that shouldn't actually do anything. And then that can come in here. And then we're not dumping any polluted water. So once you're actually done, just loop you back. Pipe is cheap, as they say. I guess I'll just bridge you one here. It feels kind of silly. Whatever. Can't be that silly. Right, and then you need to be set to 1 kilogram per second. And... oh, wait, actually, hold on. I think what we will actually want to do... not this. Just send it this way, hold on. I just want to loop it back in here. So... here's what we do. Bridge, bridge. And then this should always prioritize the rocket water. Let's give that a try. And that way we're not going to end up accidentally freezing any in space. Okay. Right. This is ready. So the last thing we need to do is just make a load of refined carbon. So let's actually just put, like, I don't know, 2 kilns here. Maybe... thanks, game. Refined carbon. Feels right. And then what we want is an auto sweeper, which can just go here. And then that can grab all the refined carbon, put it in a loader. And then that could go over here into receptacles. And then probably just something along these lines. That should definitely reach a tile of interest, right? Let's see. Okay, and then this could go here. I've never fully automated this before. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I have given you a lot of errands to do, but you're a lot of dupes. I'm sure you'll manage. But yeah, we're very much just going to try and get this working today. I want to see this in action. I don't know what we're going to put here. Fried mushroom. Oh, you know what would actually make sense? Let's just put a blob of diamond there. Yeah, here you go. It is very difficult to excavate. I know, right? New principles, what we got? The game keeps giving me shove-bowl legs. It's a joke. The map thrower's poured over here. Oh, that was intentional. Yes. Get that out of here. I'm low on diamonds. I am, because there's no oil biome. We spawned the map without oil, so that we didn't have any oil reservoirs down here. So we have like 900 kilograms of diamond that we found in Geodes. That's all. We have to make all of our own diamond on this run. For whatever we need. So we are actually going to need this. And I'm thinking of I think what we'll do is we'll just bulk make a load of diamonds while we're waiting to get the databanks for the Radbolt rocket, and then we'll just re-divert this. Alternatively, we literally just have the bottom satellite do the diamond press and the top satellite do the rocket. Where am I going to put the Slickster artificial biome? Realistically, I'm just going to put it down here again. We're going to get rid of all this steam. It's taken a while, but it is cooling down very, very gradually. This area we managed to keep cool because we're dumping like 20 kilograms per second of water onto it. And this RoboMine hasn't had to work in a while, so it's good. But yeah, eventually all this steam's going to go, and we're going to put the Slickster ranches here. But that's going to take a long time, probably hundreds of cycles. So these ethanol turbines will run in the meantime. And it looks like it's stopped heating up. That's a good sign. You still need to get rid of this. You need to get rid of this now. Because I did not want to dump water down here randomly. But I guess we are. Yeah, I was going to do the Radbolt rocket, and then I forgot that we don't actually have the research for it. So we need this to be sweep only, manual use, and we need this to be oxalite. And we need it to be power banks. It needs to be sweep only. So now we'll go out here. We'll grab all the oxalite, because that's all in one spot, I believe. Well, how much? Okay, that's not the one I meant. Here it is. Sweep this all into the rocket, please. And then we want... Oh, we want some plastic as well, don't we? So plastic, that could go there. We don't have very much plastic. Okay, we have a little bit more than that. That'll do, I think. Yeah, grab that, put it in the rocket, and then we need power banks, which are going to be over here, right? I'll just grab like a load. Oh, 69 power banks. You tease. Perfect. Wait. Oh, we gotta... we gotta actually sweep them. Okay. That's fine. And then the storage bins down here. I think we're just gonna turn them off. Yeah, get rid of all of this crap. Okay, right, so that means I think we've got the water pipe done now. You just need to actually hook it up to the rockets. Okay, there's a couple more pipe segments to do, that's fine. Can you actually reach all of this? I believe you can. We got a shine bug here to help out with all the Radbolts. This will definitely need some automation, but we'll have to set that up another time. This can store up to 1,000 Radbolts. This can store up to 2,000 Radbolts. I'm beginning to think that we didn't need these. I think we're just going to remove them. And then when this one's full, we'll just tell the satellites to turn off. I think that will... I think we don't need to bother with these. It's not enough storage for it to be worth the power, frankly. And we're not going to fit all this stuff in the thumbnail anyways, right? So... when this one is full, we turn everything else off. So that's going to go up here, that's going to go around here, that's going to go over here. And then probably just a NOT gate right here in the middle. And then we got to connect that to every single Radbolt generator. It's going to be awkward, isn't it? Sure, it'll be fine. So, yeah, we can't build all these segments. We know this. And I think we're just going to set you to refine carbon. Forever. Oh, we got loads of wood. Do we want to use the wood or the coal? Let's use the coal. I think we are going to set up a hatch ranch just to get some coal. I think eventually we're just going to want to run these off of the fossil mine. Because we've never done that in a run, and I want to do it. So you're going to collect the refined carbon. We can actually reach all of this, that's good. But I think we will have to come in here and... maybe we can do all of this. I don't think you can do this. No, okay. You got a cool idea Clay should do. Add a DLC for Robot Dupe Avatar. You make one robot that can do anything, but you're the one controlling it, so the dupes aren't doing a task. You have to do it yourself. Fine, I'll do it myself. I don't know, that doesn't sound really fun to me. Aren't they doing that special, like, game? They're making a game where you literally control a dupe and it's like a survival game. I feel like that's probably more of an interesting take on it. This is going to be very annoying. Build. I think I probably actually need to do something like... can we even reach down here? Oh, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Can anyone remember what the ONI spin-off game that they're making is going to be called? I think I'm just going to remove the plastic tiles here for now, just to do this. I know we can't actually reach it properly. Right, so we've got power banks, we've got plastic. There should be oxalite in here at some point. We'll test the wall toilet. If not, the dupe will just gunk themselves. Away team, yes. No. Maybe? I can't remember. I feel like they're just making that game because they can't get combustion working in the ONI engine. Maybe. Frustrated devs. It's very possible. Right, let's just build a ladder here. And a ladder here. And then we should be able to reach everything. And then maybe we actually put some of the plastic tiles back. You can keep that. Keep it. No, okay. Right, remove this. And then ladder. We probably didn't need to remove all of these tiles, that's fine. Yeah, are we gonna play that when it comes out? I don't know. Depends how far we get in ONI. One thing I will say is, when we do actually complete this run and we fulfill our objectives, the next run after that will be running a base without any water with Geodes. But that's going to take a while as well, so... I don't think I even needed to remove that one. We should just be able to reach everything down here now, right? Yeah. Fitting that Mr. Lonely's the one left behind, yeah. You still have to do this. Right, that's all done. This one's a little bit easier. I think we will eventually run out of coal with this, but we don't need coal for power. We don't actually need it for anything. So that's fine. We're probably going to need quite a large amount of diamond at some point, realistically. Right, that is all hooked up now. Then you aren't collecting any refined carbon. Okay. Where is the tile of interest on this? It's here. Okay, I knew that. Oh. Now that's just mean. Right, so we can solve this. It's not going to be nice. Oh, we don't need this anymore, so don't worry about this. So I guess that one already services this, but I can actually put it here. I think we will actually just remove this one and put the autosweeper here in the middle. And then we'll put an autosweeper over here as well. Okay. Move that, and then I think we just need the receptacle to go here. That's fine. I can put the receptacle here as well. That's a way of doing it. So that can go there, that can go there. Remove these tiles. The conveyor rail should go here. Then remove this. That should be fine. And then we can just remove this. No. Keep that. Okay. Go there. Okay, we got the oxalite in here, so it's plenty of oxygen. It does occur to me we can just fill oxygen canisters instead of putting oxalite in here. We could even probably fit a canister emptier in here if we really felt like it. But I don't know. I'll decide what to do with this next stream. Let's just get some diamond made. Let's actually just use these Radbolts for something productive before I go crazy. In any case, I think we can actually turn this on. So let's start turning it on. The main issue is dupes are going to get run over if they run through here. So I think what we do is we put doors here and we deny permission. Once they build these tiles, of course. These are going to fire 500 Radbolts each. It's going to be a lot. If we do this, we're probably going to charge up a lot in excess. I think we should actually release the smaller Radbolts in this case. Because otherwise, because this will send a signal when it's full. And these will collect all of the Radbolts first. So I think that's fine. But you are now filling this bit here. You just need to build that one conveyor rail here. And then this should all actually fill up, right? You're full of refined carbon, aren't you? Oh, you're full of refined carbon. You just need the Radbolts. Yeah, okay. I understand. We are working on it as we speak. So these will just be exits only. do not want dupes to generally go in here. I think the rest of the time they'll be fine. Maybe what we'll do is we'll actually remove the ladders here now. Because I really don't want the dupes going here. I also don't want them going here. This should actually be a tile, probably. Just to make sure. And then maybe like another aeropod here. This one is going to fire first, by the way. Maybe? Maybe it's this one. I think this should be fine. And then just put like a Joya seed in here, I guess. In fact, do 2. We'll do 2. What do you mean a valid build location? Fire the Radbolts. There you go. It's not very much. This is what I meant. When the Wheezeworts were doing it, it just wasn't enough. This should be enough. We'll see. But you're right, the travel time will reduce the efficiency. And also, the amount of Radbolts being high will mean a lot of them get destroyed as well. Ah, bollocks. You know what I forgot to do. Here you go. Someone got shot. Someone got shot. Okay, maybe the fire pole was a really bad idea. But hey, this is pretty satisfying. We're actually firing Radbolts at something. Other than the dupes. I mean, I could just terminate the fire pole here, but where's the fun in that? You know what? Maybe we will just terminate the fire pole here. Whatever. Yeah, this shouldn't be a fire pole, should it? We'll just do something along those lines. So we should actually have someone ready to come do this, right? I'm going to set these priority 9 just to get someone running over here. Let's put the Joya seeds at him. Spore kids, get them out of here. Or just increase the bolts when they send it, like burst to 4,000, lol. Now I think about it, I probably don't want the dupes fire polling down here either. The plastic ladder will have to suffice. Maybe we'll just block these ones as well. And then just deconstruct the fire pole. We did it! We made diamond and I wasn't even watching. Less chance of getting hit. Yes, I know you're right. I know you're right, but I just want to see them do it first. A bit sad that we had to remove the fire pole here. But I think our hands are tied with where we need to put the transformers and where the satellite is. I don't think that could really be helped. We're out of plastic. Yeah, maybe. This should also help the radiation just a tad. I could also set this diagonally up here, and then we send it across like this, and then we could plastic tile more of this. But I'm not going to. That being said, we already have one here. They got life insurance. I would incapacitate them if the dupe somehow got hit, yeah. Well, we should get the achievement for moving Radbolts soon, at least. This is a lot of Radbolts. I'm pleased! This is actually working. I think we probably need to do something with the steam turbines, because I think we are losing power up here. We may need to possibly hook up another steam turbine, because this one down here isn't running, because it's too hot. We could probably set up another steam turbine. Looks like this is actually cooling down now. That's a good sign. Imagine if there's a secret in the code that if a dupe gets hit by... There's a Rad-Eater gets hit by a Radbolt, they become a dupe Hulk and mess up the base. You've been watching too much Willow Rainey with the Hulk dupe. I remember she just gets really annoyed about the Hulk dupe because he like makes a mess or something and she can't get rid of him, so she just always just sends him to die. Oh look, there we go, Bert's doing it. It's quite a short errand actually when they're doing it. Hooray. Okay, so now I think you're right. Now I think we set it to 500 each. And that way we get way less. Oh, we shouldn't do that while the power is here, because otherwise all the Radbolts are going to build up and they're going to get depleted. We want to send them in short bursts, just in case the power is intermittent. The actual answer to this is I probably need to hook up yet another turbine. Or we tune some of these. Now, the only issue with that is I didn't actually put any room for any doors in here. That would have been very sensible, wouldn't it? I have an idea. How about we just turn off one of the Radbolt sections per generator? Like, how about we turn off these two bases? Now we should be power positive, right? Maybe a little too much. Maybe just one of them. How about now? Yeah. Okay, we'll just do that. And then the rest of these can all get set to 500. It's not perfect, but this should actually mean that we get everything sorted out. And we don't have to think about it for a while. Yeah, that'll do. I think we just need to get a thumbnail of someone using this. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for those Radbolts to arrive, though. That's the question. You got a rage meter? Oh my god. What an idea. What an idea. Right, let's just, So the issue is, if we set these to 500, we're going to be waiting... We're going to be waiting for, like, multiple cycles to actually... Oh, shit. No, that's fine. I thought a dupe was going to, like, run across here at the last possible minute and just get wrecked. Nah, that's fine. We'll just get a thumbnail shot of someone doing the errand. I'm pretty happy we've got all these set up now. Decor won't do much to raise. Morale, you gotta feed it good food to keep the Hulk down. Oh, right, occupying the Hulk. Yeah. Fair, fair. We probably don't actually... Oh, look at Wirdo's on the case. Yeah, that's what Eubonic dupes do. Get back to work, slave. Oh, you've got really bad operating skill. Oh, look, we got two of them. We got Ashcan. Oh, that's good. Okay, we did it. We got a thumbnail shot. Alright. Okay, we're going to leave it here. So, this is good. We have diamond production. This means we can get the fossil mine working. This means we can actually get some sustainable rock. Obviously, we have loads of rock anyways. We probably are going to feed some hatches. And then this is how we're going to make a load of diamond for drill cones. Maybe not a load of diamond, but like some diamond. We have enough rads to get this running fairly quickly. So I'm pretty happy about that. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. It's been nice today. A bit of a shorter stream today. I'm kind of out of time. But do follow me on Twitch. If you're not already following me, you'll get notifications when I go live. We have YouTube videos. We are going to launch a rocket into space, get some data banks.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much for the follow, Abe. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Whisper sends her regards. Do we need more than some diamond? Probably. We're probably going to need a lot for conductive elements, right? Later on. So we should just get making it, like, as much as we can. And, yeah. We're not installing the Hulk mod. The Discord page is here. We post about video games on there. Lots of Oxygen not included builds. Tips and tricks on there. The next YouTube video will be the Paku video. I'm aiming to get that out on Friday. Because we have the build ready. I just need to record the video. And I'm pretty happy it works, because it's been running in our game now for hundreds of cycles, and going well. There is a Hulk mod. Have you not watched Willow Rainey? I'm going to give Willow Rainey a shout out. She has the Twitch integration mod, which adds a Hulk. Oh, you mean like a separate mod? I don't think there's a separate mod. Maybe someone could make it a mod. That sounds like something Aki could do. You were literally making a joke. Ask Willow Rainey about the Hulk mod. About the Hulk in Twitch integration. Right, let's go raid someone. I'm just pleased we actually managed to do something today, even though we needed the data banks in the end. I was very annoyed that we needed the data banks, but that's solvable. We can make a loaded diamond in the meantime. We could just make a hatch ranch. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. We will probably do a dropper one just to minimize dupe labor. We'll just go right to Legit City and see what they're up to. To Legit City. What are they up to? Beat Demolia number 4. Yes, more prehistoric planet pack stuff. Cool. Alright, see you guys later. Think fishy thoughts.